Hello, our friends from New Zealand, and thank you for watching this video. In this video, I wanted to let you know and announce an amazing change in the law that allows now people from New Zealand to come to the United States and start a business no matter what area you have an interest to start a business. Now you can do that. This is a new law that just passed about a couple of weeks ago in August 2018. It's called an E2 visa and an E1 visa that would allow you, people from New Zealand, to come to the United States for a temporary period to start any business with an investment as low as $50,000 US dollars. You can start any business you want. Before I explain about what the E2 and the E1 visas are, I just want to give you a little bit of background about us and our law firm. So my name is Jacob Sapochnik, and I'm an immigration attorney based in San Diego, California. In the past 15 years, we helped thousands of entrepreneurs and business owners come to the United States and start companies and businesses all over the US. We specialize in the E1 and E2 visa. We have a full division in the office helping people with forming their companies, business plans, strategy, consulting, everything, helping a foreign investor come to the United States safely and be able to transition to start their companies and be successful. The E2 visa that was never available before to people from New Zealand is now an option. We are now recording this video in September, and now the US Embassy in Auckland is open to allow people from New Zealand to invest and come to the United States. So the E2 visa will allow any investor from New Zealand, first of all, to start any company as long as they invest a substantial amount. Again, we recommend at least 50,000 US dollars, but ideally it will be 100,000 that could be invested in any business. You can purchase a business. So as long as you purchase a business, it could be a franchise, it could be an existing business, or you can start your own business. So you can start a consulting company, you can start a restaurant, a coffee shop, whatever you desire, you can do that as long as you can prove that the money that you bring from New Zealand is legitimate. So it has to be a legitimate source of funds. It cannot be, it has to be, we have to prove where you earned that income in New Zealand before you move that funds into the United States. To form an entity in the US, that entity will be holding the funds, and that is going to be the company that will allow you to start operations. So typically the way it's going to work in practice is that you will enter the US as a visitor because you don't have the investor visa yet. You'll be able to come here, you can state at a port of entry that you're coming to be here an investor. You have a few months to set up your company, to move the funds into your US entity. You'll be able to get an office space. If it's going to be a consulting company, if you're going to buy an existing business, you'll be able to put your money in escrow and purchase that business, show that you're using the money that you brought from New Zealand to for the purpose of the business. You have to, this is called the investment period. And once you do all that, we'll be able to document all this in a package that will be sent to the US Embassy in Auckland, whereby you'll be called for an interview. And at that interview, they'll ask you why you're coming to the US, what is the purpose of your investment, why you want to go into that particular area. They'll verify the source of your funds. They'll see that you put the money at risk, you actually invested, and then the visa will be issued. Once the E2 visa is issued, you'll be able to come to the United States and start your business. If you're married, you can bring your spouse, and your spouse will be eligible for a work permit as well. If you have children, your kids will be able to go to school here. Your spouse and yourself will be able to get a social security number to be able to start your life in the US. And all this is possible under the new E2 visa, which is an investment visa. There's another visa that was passed as part of this new legislation, the Kiwi Act, and that's an E1 visa. Now the E1 visa would allow somebody from New Zealand to start a trading business with the US. So for example, let's say you have an agricultural company, or you're trading goods online, or you're trading goods, you're sending your maybe hats or clothes or food from New Zealand to the United States, or vice versa. If you have a trading business, that business can, and at least 50% of the trade is done with the US, or that's your plan for your new business, you may be eligible for an E1. Again, this is a visa that never existed before, but now people from New Zealand are able to apply for the E1 or E2 visa to start their trade business. So if you're interested in doing a trade business, it's another option for you guys to do that by applying for the E1. Those are amazing opportunities because both the E2 and the E1 are visas that never existed before for people from New Zealand. So before, if somebody from New Zealand had a company and they wanted to open a branch office, they could do it with an L visa. If they found a job in the US, they could come. But there was no other way for somebody from New Zealand to just come here and invest in their own business and just relocate. And it's an amazing opportunity that will help trade and business between both countries, between the US and New Zealand. And it also applies to US citizens that want to come to New Zealand and start companies. It's a reciprocity kind of visa that allows people from the US to do the same thing in New Zealand. Then if you have questions, you can post them in the comments below this video and I'll be happy to answer. Again, we're doing this video as an information service because we work with clients all over the world and we want to be able to help people that are interested to come to the United States and start a company. And we hope to see more of you coming to the US, starting businesses, and enjoying the life in the US. And again, it's just a temporary visa. It's not a green card. You don't immigrate. You can come for a few years, try your luck in the US, and share your experience and just the culture of New Zealand with us, people in America. And we'd love to see you here. And we welcome you here to start your companies. And again, if you have any questions, post them in the comments below. And I'd love to see you here and help you with your new ventures in the US. Thanks for watching, and we welcome you to the United States with this new visa opportunity.